Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Strength of Thousands AP here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. My name's Will. I'm the lovely human being who is running this channel, but not this game. But before we begin this game and introductions, a few announcements. Number one being this Wednesday, the League of Amazing Adventurers is back, with our party making their way through the Shadow Plane. Then on Friday, we're going to have the Calling Chronicle as they begin their next big arc. And of course, every Monday, we have the Strength of Thousands AP. We're making our way through book one. We're probably, I would guess now, about halfway through chapter one, Matt.
Yeah, probably. It depends on these particular adventures.
With all of those announcements done and dusted, we're going to turn it over to Matt to do introductions, etc. So take it away, Matt.
Hello, everyone. I am Matthew, or Urbanoff on various places around the internet. I am the DM for our Strength of Thousands adventure. We are currently still in the midst of part one, Kindled Magic. And I have a lovely collection of players with us tonight. Starting directly below me on my screen, but not on Twitch, we have PJ. Why don't you remind everyone who you're playing?
Good thing. My name is PJ, and I am playing Benji, the Basenji, the Magus stage magician. And I'm looking forward to coming back and playing with you all today.
All right. McKenna.
Hi, my name is McKenna Ray Tynan, and I am playing Avi, the Nyctera Witch, and I'm here to cast some spells tonight, hopefully.
All right. I'm trying to decide whether or not we should actually define what a Nyctera and a Shumi is, but
Nyctera
it'll become apparent.
Is a little back folk sprite. It is a sub-ancestry of the sprite ancestry.
Yeah. And Shuni is a dog person who is dog.
The boys.
And next, showing us all up with her amazing outfit today is Zoe.
So, I'm Zoe Pose, and not only am I playing today, but also cosplaying Ophelia, who is a whisper elf bard who wants to steal everybody's hearts and bewitch everybody's hearts by becoming a pastel pop idol. So, yeah.
It's important to have a goal in mind in life.
Absolutely.
And last but certainly not least, our Amphimbo, Will.
Hello, my name is Will. I'll be playing Igura this evening. There, I did the thing. That was my try at being as awesome as so. But yes, this evening I am playing Igura, a Gripply summoner, with the help of Gama, their little eidolon. Not very little, they're a medium creature, but they're lovely, and this Gama is very soft and fuzzy.
And that is our adventuring menagerie. So, just because I think this one might take a little while, we're going to dive right in, sort of where we left off. Oh,
then it sounds like that's a good time for us to roll the intro.
I always forget about the intro.
So before we begin, one more little thing. Check our Twitter. We posted a video of the creation of Shy's character's artwork. So go and give McKenna some love on TikTok and enjoy watching the artistic process of building these characters from a drawing and coloring perspective. Go ahead, Matt.
Support the arts. So when last we left our group of adventurers, they'd had a bit of a nighttime activity, doing some star watching and trying to get a glimpse of some prophecy or something, followed by a slightly unsettled sleep with some unsettling dreams. But the morning came, the light burned away any lingering terrors, and you guys have another service assignment this morning.
Jeez.
So, three figures wait for you in front of the dorms, though you do notice one of them is curled up in a blanket in a miraculously dry spot and seems half asleep. This is Shazere, your catfolk dorm mate. One of the others standing there is Mariama, who you guys had the little adventure with last night, who seems no worse for wear for your nighttime adventure. She kind of is just, giving a bit of a side eye to Shazari lying on the ground there. And she kind of waves at you guys and then gestures at the catfolk. From an objective standpoint, it's really impressive that he can sleep anywhere. Anyway, we're the Cascade Bears, or at least I am, and she gestures to a figure who kind of emerges from behind her leg, and it is Ankaroot. Ankaroot is actually filling in because Shazari is, Shazari. Yes. Cascade Bearers, if you haven't already been made aware, study, advance, and research magical theory. It's our job to make new magic safe for everyone to use, so we don't have a repeat of the exploding nose incident. We don't talk about the exploding nose incident. It's a sore spot for some very specific people.
If my nose exploded, it would be a sore spot for me too.
I didn't even get that. That is hilarious, but also kind of ow. Yes. So this assignment was actually originally a little different, but because of some of the work you guys have done and discovering that there are gremlins actually about the campus, we're going to do some sparkly finger wigglings to help deal with that. We need some special oils to do the ritual, though. So she kind of gently gestures to Ankaroot. Ankaroot's going to tell you what to get. Ankaroot, the moment you guys all kind of turn and look at her, kind of flinches back just from the sudden attention, but takes a few deep breaths. And okay, we need... She starts listing off things, trying to avoid making eye contact with any of you. We need scarlet cap oil, bone oil, and she kind of whimpers and kind of wrings her hands together a little. Caterpillar oil, but they'll need to be the right. You know what? I'll show you. And Mariana adds, if you have any trouble making the oil, come back here and I'll wake Shazere up. He's good at brewing, as I'm sure you may be aware already. Be done, and then she kind of looks up at the sun. 8 hours, or you'll miss dinner. And, try to have some fun. You guys are going to be ranging a little farther from the campus today. And Ankaru then goes into explaining that you must recover bones to render into bone oil, a specific type of red mushroom growing outside the city, and several fuzzy caterpillars found in the nearby jungle, so not as far outside the city. Angaroot did kind of gloss over the fact that the caterpillars must be rendered into the oil. So you're literally going to have to smush them. Let's see. Yeah, and you have 8 hours to both find, create, and return with these various oils. Now, how we're just going to sort of do this is you guys are going to pick which oil you want to pursue first, because there's a sort of a little briefing for each of them, but I don't want to front load you all with a whole bunch of information by giving you all the briefings at once. So we're going to allow you guys to pick one of the oils to look for, and then I'll give you the specific little briefing for that. You go through that part of the assignment. We'll return, pick another one, and I give you the briefing for that one. So as again, it's bone oil, caterpillar oil, and scarlet cap oil.
Is there a graveyard anywhere in the city?
I mean, possibly.
Well, that could be a spot for bone oil.
We could probably find a more ethical source
Yeah.
for our bones.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys, before you start making plans or something, is it the bone oil you want to pursue first?
Go for the
Sure, yeah.
mushroom.
We can do the mushrooms first.
We can do mushrooms first. Benji,
Yeah.
any
Yeah, okay.
preference?
I don't know. Mushroom sounds good and probably fine than bones. Bones gets messy.
Well, you never know. Mushrooms do like to be around dead things, so we might find bones there.
Good
Yeah.
point. That's a good point.
All right. Well, you guys express interest in the root in the scarlet cap oil. So Anchor Root takes out from a little bag. She has some dried red cup-shaped mushrooms, very much like what Zoe had over there. And she kind of points out to some distinguishing marks on them, so you'll be able to identify them properly. She describes the area of the jungle where she found the fungi and suggests that you guys could find fresh ones there, as they can't use the dried ones to make the oil because they need to get oil from them. Fortunately, she also makes clear to point this out, that the scarlet cap mushrooms don't look like any sort of poisonous mushrooms in the area. So you're not accidentally going to, get a death cap mushroom or something. But very specifically, to get just the right type of mushrooms, they need ones that received a lot of sunlight and moonlight. So that probably means you probably want to find ones that are growing near the tops of trees, because they'll get a lot of exposure. Like usually, a lot of mushrooms will live in the shade, and that won't do for these ones. You guys need to get ones that are getting a lot of exposure.
Okay.
And Anchor Root also sort of adds, she seems a little reluctant to sort of mention this, but Redridge Mother calls them tree blood. I'm sorry, that's more than you need to know. And she kind of scampers away.
Thank you for the help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Before she does that, can I get the scent of the mushroom? Can I
Oh yeah, she leaves like a couple of the dried things with you because they're not actually that useful now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm
Right.
just totally getting the smell profile.
Nice.
So yeah, and she gives you guys a very detailed description of the specific spot outside the city where you can go and look for these.
That sounds like a good spot for us to start then.
Good.
You guys want to head out to this location?
It does occur to me, if we are going to be getting them from the tops of trees, I would like to stop by the student store.
Okay. What are you looking for?
A ladder.
I mean,
Okay.
sure. I should note, though, Will, that by carrying a ladder all the way through the city out into the forest a little bit, it might slow you down a little bit.
We do only have 8
Goblin
hours.
How about some rope with like a grappling hook on it, and we'll just, boondock saints our way up that bad boy.
Yeah,
They
I
have-
think
they
we already
have-
have some rope anyway.
You have plenty of rope. They don't
Okay.
have grappling hooks at the store, and kind of gives you a look like, try and maybe use a magic to sort that out.
I mean, if Gama's carrying it, it shouldn't slow us down because their bulk is.
Well, how big of a ladder are we talking about? Are we talking like a footstool? Or are we talking, I need to clean the eaves?
Well, it's a 10-foot folding ladder that you can get from the baseline of the Adventurer's Kit.
Okay. So cleaning the eaves then.
Yeah. Cleaning eaves.
All right. Well, I will show you guys what the clearing looked like, because you get through the city at a pretty brisk pace. The streets are fairly clear because it's still decently early in the morning, but I do want to show you the. Oh, okay. I guess. Can you guys see all see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
Ooh,
Oh,
spotty dotty.
okay, let's see. So can everyone see the stuff?
Yeah.
Map?
I'm right there.
Yeah, I'm just dragging and dropping us on there.
Okay. Oh, and just because I may need to grab one of these mushrooms itself. just remind me, Will. How do I get? Okay, moving things from the GM layer. How do I move things from the GM layer to the active layer again?
So select the GM layer in the far left on the drop down bar where it says like map and background, and then just click on the thing you want to move and right click.
Ah, yes, thank you. Okay, well, that'll become relevant. That'll become relevant at some point, maybe. All right, so this is the clearing that you guys have arrived in. There is a nice big tree in the middle of this clearing. You want to give me a perception check?
Yeah.
What should we perceive? I perceive shit.
Do we see?
Perceive.
I'm just really excited about mushrooms.
Aw.
Oh, they do really grow on you.
Yep.
And that ain't a cat. Don't worry, I'll stop.
Oh, God.
I am increasing the combat rating of the creature.
Stop.
It's okay, I deserve that. I deserve that. That was bad.
There's no creature. So specifically, Igara and Avi, though it's a little hidden by leaves and stuff, and because it's a little ways up the tree, you do see some fat, ripe, red-capped mushrooms near the top.
Up there.
Way up.
Yeah. How high up is this tree, Matt?
It's pretty high. You do notice though that your ladder will get you to some branches that look like they can support any of your weights very easily, and it looks like the branches are dense enough that climbing will be fairly easy once you get up there.
Nice.
Hey guys, give me 1 second just to see something. Manifest Eidolon.
Are you trying to just summon him up the tree?
It looked, yeah.
Wasn't he already manifested so we could carry the load?
That's a fair point.
Yes, I can just unmanifest him as 3 actions, so it could literally be 12 seconds of boop boop.
Oh, there's no cooldown.
There's no cooldown.
Wow.
It's just 3 actions.
Busted.
Well, to be fair, it's not terribly useful in combat.
Until I get a higher level, it has to be adjacent. Okay, we're fine.
All right. Well, how
Eventually,
would you guys?
Something 30 feet away.
Gotcha.
How would you guys like to proceed?
Well, if we set up the ladder, I can shimmy up the tree.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I can get the ladder up there. Although, is anyone here particularly good at climbing trees?
I'm pretty quick at climbing, but I'm not good at staying climbing. I have a higher acrobatics and no athletics, so
that's fair.
The dancer?
I have a decent acrobatics, but
all right. I should mention that once you get up the ladder, the climbing part will be just a athletics check. It doesn't look like it'll be very difficult though.
Never mind.
I can send Gamma up there if you guys want.
Yeah, let's have Gamma do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gamma.
Well, does Gamma grab things with his hands or his mouth?
Ew.
It can be either.
Okay.
He does have hands.
Well, first up, you guys actually have to approach the tree, so please move your
yeah, of course.
your tokens to the tree.
Sure thing. But yeah, to give people a reference of what Gamma looks like, if any of you have seen Amphibia.
I don't feel safe.
Oh, and for reference, I'm going to have mage armor up because that lasts the whole day.
nice. Just in case there's something crazy in this tree, I'm going to get out my deck now and start to basically my weapon.
Who wants to see a card trick?
I'm going to make a card appear. I made 52
card.
appear. Look how many I made.
If you're gonna be doing card tricks, then I'm gonna sing about this great tree. Wow! I got my loot out.
All right. So Gamma's going up the ladder.
Yep.
It is at this point the party realizes, oh yeah, Gamma really doesn't wear any pants.
Gamma's a boy frog.
He's a frog.
Gamma's
Gamma's
an agendered frog.
So Gamma gets to the top of the ladder, and you roll a lovely 18 with your athletics. So is he a tree frog? He just seems to be climbing very nimbly.
Yeah.
And as you guys are watching this, though, you do hear something like a low rumbling, like a grumble. And random question: did anyone ever play Dark Souls 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the mushroom man in the forest that just slugs you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
no.
you guys see suddenly a shape grabbing onto a long branch and then leaping off of another branch and using the thing to slow his descent like a bungee cord.
Oh.
And
Gamma, I'm sorry.
so this large mushroom man comes straight down, lands in the middle of you all, and you for a second what is this? And you see these kind of two malevolent looking burning eyes under this big capped head. And then he just kind of and a cloud of purple spores just bursts out of him. And I'm going to need everyone to immediately give me a fort save.
Gamma included.
Let me just double check.
Okay, 24. 24 is pretty. That's about as good as I can.
Oh, that is not good at all.
Gamma is out because it's only a 10-foot burst.
Yeah, that
But that should get everyone else.
Oh, God, a 13.
All right,
I'm going to use my hero point to reroll that.
Avi.
Oh, wait, I want to use a hero point. I could do that, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
21. There we go. That's
Because I don't want a 9. A 12 is better than a 9 at least.
Yes, though unfortunately, the 12 is still a failure. I'm just going to double check here if there's anything on a. All right, so nothing seemingly happens at the moment, Ophelia, but you do feel kind of weird now as you cough up these purple things. And I'm just going to ask everyone to roll initiative. I'm going to put the initiative tracker up.
Yup.
Hey, Matt, did we go straight to the encounter that could kill us?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I critically failed my initiative. Boo.
That's not a thing. Don't worry.
No, I know. It makes me feel sad. For my
Hey,
own soul.
no. You got rid of a crit right out the gate. Now we don't have to fucking deal with it when we would have rolled it later in a more important roll.
Absolutely. Let's hope the RN Jesus is nicer to us this time around.
You guys have incurred the wrath of Umbo.
Umbo.
His name is
And-
Umbo?
Yes, his name is Umbo,
Just
and he
wonderful.
wants to eat your flesh.
What if he
What an
didn't?
asshole.
Can he not?
I kind of love the idea of like, hello, I am Umbo, and I want to eat your flesh. How's it going?
He is saying that with his eyes. Real men talk with their eyes.
And Lumbo.
All right, so I'm just going to quickly put this in descending order. Oh. Okay, so at the top of the initiative order, we have our dear old froggy boy standing at the foot of the ladder with his...
So Gamma's just like 10 feet up, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Gamma's going to just jump down and body slam this effort.
Oh,
Yeah.
belly flop.
What does that
belly
falling
flop.
damage look like, Matt?
Oof. It's 10 feet, right?
Will, give me a... I think this would be a... let me think. Athletics for a jump, for a flying leap?
Well,
Acrobatics,
athletics is for
I think.
distance, acrobatics is for
Yeah,
like,
give me an acrobatics so you don't overshoot your target and face plant into the
Oh.
ground. Okay. Yeah, you managed.
Yeah,
you managed to
that'll
get. You get to the ground without having to go down the ladder.
praise
So
the sun.
You can essentially just move 5 feet on the map, but you're down on the ground now. So that
Well-
was one action.
And then with my other two actions, Igara is going to cast a spell through Gamma.
Okay.
And I'm going to need this thing to make me a will DC. I'm going to make sure that DC is correct quickly. But that should be 17. Something is up with that spell. I apologize. Oh, it's because
No,
it says
you're right.
arcane, not primal. My bad. But that should be a DC 17 will save.
23.
Fuck.
Umbo
Well,
is
that's
not
a
impressed. Umbo is not impressed with you.
Well, they will take half the damage, so they're going to take 4 mental damage.
Okay.
And it has a -1 status penalty to attack rolls against creatures other than me, aka other than my Eidolon, because I cast it through them, until the end of its next turn.
-1 status penalty. Okay.
Yep, to attack anyone other than Gamma.
All right. So we are then moving down to Umbo on the initiative order, who, now sensing an odd connection with Ophelia, turns to you, and his burning eyes sort of start to bore into you, and you feel like suddenly there are little dancing particles all inside your skin. And I'm going to need you to make a will save to resist spore domination.
Oh, that is fucking.
Hey,
Wow.
chat.
He is
I
trying.
get-
Has hero points.
He is trying to Last of Us you.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
All right. That is a failure.
Ooh.
For the next.
Hey, give me 1 second, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me one second.
Hero point opportunity is running out in 10.
No, it needs to load. It needs to load, Matt.
No, I think it's too late, Will.
Are you trying to make
I
like the
found the
clicking?
button really fast. For once.
Okay, there we go. And
Bless your heart, Squish.
Curse you, Squishy, you have betrayed me.
Ooh.
thank you. There we go. And Althea sent one to Zoe too.
All right, so Ophelia, you may re-roll this if you wish to use the hero point given
Well,
to you.
yeah. No, I just want to be dominated.
I mean, doesn't
Thank you.
everyone?
Not every.
It's a Monday, not yet.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So for a moment, you feel almost like you're probably sure this is just in your mental kind of state. You feel like tiny roots start to grow into your brain or something. Then you realize, no, that's ridiculous. This guy is horrible. I'm not doing this. And you just kind of like shake it off.
You shake it off. Shake it off.
But he does not care for that. And so he's just going to turn and try and hit you in the face with his giant fungal fist.
He'll have a -1.
This figures.
25.
-1.
Oh.
26 -1 is 25.
There you go.
Is that a crit?
And I died
No.
today.
Oh, actually, what is your AC? 15. Oh, yeah, that is a
15?
crit, actually.
Yeah, that
So
is a
don't
crit.
worry. And we don't use the critical damage at the
Oh,
bottom,
you're
so
right.
that's just 8
8.
damage as just this mass of hardened, calloused
Oh,
fungus
yeah, just mold.
slugs you in the face.
You know, when
Matt-
the spell to draw aggro doesn't work.
Matt, I should warn you that your attack rolls are not popping up in roll 20.
Oh, is it
Yes,
doing
they
that
are.
then?
They're popping up.
Very
And
slowly?
not popping up for me.
They're popping up in
Oh,
the GM view
same.
only
Oh,
because all the creatures in the AP are auto to roll to GM only. But I have
Yeah.
that chat. They're popping up on my end.
But you can see them on
Oh.
the stream, so
Yeah, you can
just-
see them on the stream.
Gotcha.
so you'll have to be the audience.
Ick.
But speaking of, that brings us to Avia.
All right. I think I'm gonna hold off on Magic Missile until Bard's song is up.
Ooh, look at the metagaming.
Well, I'm gonna wait for Zoe to do her thing because I know from experience that when I wait for her to help, she helps.
Yep.
That's not that metagamey. I'm gonna move
I'm
all the way
just
back
kidding.
with
Oh,
one action.
McKenna, you can't move if you're going to delay until Bard's song.
I'm not delaying. I'm holding off on using Magic Missile. I'm still using
Okay,
my
but
turn.
Magic missiles.
No,
I'm
she-
not doing Magic
She's not
Missile.
doing an action.
I'm
She's
doing
just saying,
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
doing it this turn.
Okay.
So I'm moving way far back and just doing a little electric arc. and if it could make me a reflex saving throw, I sure would appreciate if it failed.
It fails.
Oh, you love to see it. All right, well, it takes all 8 of that electric damage.
Okay.
And that's my full turn.
Okay. It brings us to the spore child Ophelia.
Not a spore child.
The spore child.
It's an affectionate term.
Yet.
For, future meal.
Okay. Well, I am going to attempt. That's those spores. They're getting to me. They seem kind of nice. So I'm gonna attempt to charm this lovely, this lovely spore man.
All right. So
That may not work.
Oddly enough, I don't think it lists any immunities.
Is it a higher level than us, Matt?
It is level 3.
It has the incapacitation trait, so any save, it'll be 1 step higher.
Oh, okay. That'll be a little harder then.
Yeah.
Let's see what I roll. 15. It passes anyway, so it's a critical success then. But he's unaware you tried to charm him.
That's good.
Yeah, 15 is her spell save DC.
Or spell DC is 12.
No, first I don't think that spell was drag and dropped correctly because Ophelia's spell save DC is 15.
All right, well, it's a success then, still.
Yeah.
So then it becomes a critical success because of the incapacitate?
Yep.
So I was right the first time.
You were, I'm just trying to get the order
incidentally. So that was 2 actions. Ophelia, do you want to move or do you have any other actions you want to do?
Y'all. We are going to go with
I'm noticing you guys got very lucky with that initial fortitude save. You all rolled very well.
Oh, yeah.
2 natural 19s and then a good reroll.
we're gonna go with Bard Song.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Out of curiosity, for flavor's sake, what form does your bard sake take? Is it with a musical instrument? Are you just singing your heart out?
So for this one, I already have my battle lute. I use my battle lute to fight. It would be in the form of singing, and I would probably sing something along the lines of
Nope.
We're gonna get some song.
So I got stuff in my head already. So we're gonna go with take a moment to think of Jice, flexibility, love, and trust. Take a moment to think of Jice, flexibility, love, and trust. Here comes a thought that might alarm you. What someone said and how it harmed you. Something you did that failed to be charming. Things that you said are suddenly swarming. All right.
Nice.
Well, I was charmed.
And in keeping with tradition, I will give you a hero point for that because you are making that effort. You are actually singing.
Thank you.
Much as it, may hurt me in the long run. All right, so that brings us then to Benji.
All right, so with the Bard buff activated, I'm going to spend all 3 actions to cast a full 3-action version of Magic Missile. So let's see, I can just do it in the thing. 1 second. Okay. So let's see. 3d4 plus 3. Okay, cool. So should come out to about this much.
13. Okay.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is including Bard Song?
That is. So it'd be 1d4 plus 1, and I double that for each one. So it's 3d4 plus 6.
Yeah, okay. So that was 13. That brings to... Okay. All right. And I'm assuming, Benji, when you cast Magic Missile, it takes the form, I imagine, of some shooting cards, perhaps?
Yeah, with my deck of cards already pulled out, I kind of like take 3 and I fan them out. And I say that, I go, pick a card, any card, all 3. And I just shoot them out. And they kind of like twinkle a little star and they fire on my target.
52, cut up. Anyway. All right. That brings us finally to our Ahimbo, or Amphimbo. Will.
Yeah, Gamma's real mad. So they're going to start things off with a belly bump with a bonus to hit and a bonus to damage.
22 will hit, but not crit.
Okay, so 8 points of damage, of sonic damage.
Nice.
Second attack will be a kick. 1 for 9 only, unfortunately.
That will not hit, I'm afraid.
Do I have anything I can do with one action? Let's check. I do not have anything I can do with one action. So with their final action, Gamma is just going to try one more kick. Submit. Boop. And that will miss.
Not today.
Oh well. And that's them.
We go down to Umbo's turn, and he's looking a little concerned. You guys are seemingly pretty well coordinated, but he's very hungry. You guys all look so tender. But he is going to fixate on the one person who caused the most damage to him with the unfortunate bit of fireworks. So he's going to step, and then he's just going to try and, actually have to check something real quick. Oh, I forgot to do that last turn. Actually, no. All right, yeah. He's just going to try and smash Benji's face in with a fist. That is a 14.
Oh, hold on. That might actually miss. My AC is
Does a 14
17.
boop the snoot?
Does not
Nope.
boop the snoot.
He does not boop the snoot. Doesn't do it.
He's going to try again, though.
Oh, no.
23.
Yeah, that's going to hit my snoot.
Oh, and that is going to be
that's gonna boop the snoot.
9 bludgeoning damage as he boops a snoot. And unfortunately, also, it didn't happen because Avelia already has the spores, and that's who she punched last turn. Punched Avi. I forgot to do that. But I'm going to remember this turn. As he punches you, flecks of his flesh kind of come off and kind of float up into your snoot. And I'm going to need you to give me another fort save because more purple pox.
Wait, I have a Shuni benefit for this. I have to look this up. Yeah, no, because apparently Shunies are originally based off pugs, and the joke is that their noses suck so much they get benefits to inhaled saves.
Well, it's more flavor than I'm just saying. It's just whenever he hits you have to test for purple pox again.
Oh no, that's fair. If it is, okay, I see what you're saying. All right, well, let me roll that fort save.
Mechanically, it has nothing to do with your nose.
Pug boy.
Okay, because if it is to do with my nose,
they actually get into your eyes.
When you roll a saving throw against inhaled threats, such as inhaled poisons or olfactory effects, your outcome is 1 degree better. All right, so it does kind of matter. But if you want to say it goes in the eyes, totally cool too.
The purple pox doesn't actually have the olfactory tag of any way. It is actually just a disease.
Yes. PJ, you got a hero point.
Thank you. All right. Let's see how this one goes first. This one.
That is a failure.
I'm gonna hero point because I don't want to die. Let's see here. How's that?
That is also a failure, I'm afraid. So you are now afflicted by the purple pox.
I'm a sick dog. All right.
Your nose goes a little dry. But that is all of Umbo's actions because he moved and did 2 punches, like some sort of weird mushroom monk. So that brings us back to Avi.
Here comes a magic missile. That
yes.
might alarm you. Let's see. That's gonna be 3d4 plus 6, correct?
Mhm.
Boop boop boop. Doing that dice roller. Roll 20 is rolling the dice. It's thinking about it. All right, we got 12 damage.
That is a solid hit. That is a solid hit. He's looking a little
nice.
a little
That is
ragged.
all 3 of my actions.
Is he looking green around the gills?
Shouldn't have picked a fight with us, buddy.
Get it? Mushrooms have gills.
He actually looks more like, that mushroom you left at the bottom of the container that's getting a little slimy. You probably should have eaten it. Be like, if I cook it, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I don't want to touch that.
I don't eat mushrooms as a rule. I've never experienced that. That is a unique experience.
Well, they either get slimy or they dry out.
They do. They get real slimy.
But they're still good. You throw them in the frying pan. It's fine.
Yeah. It's
All right. So that was Avi's turn because that was 3 action magic missile, right?
Absolutely.
That brings us back to our star of the show. Oh, you're all stars in my heart. Ophelia.
Smacking the hell out of
Protect
him
beans
sounds
at all
really
costs.
good right now. Let's see. We're gonna go with a nice shield.
Are you going to maintain Bard Song?
Ooh.
Or Inspire Courage, as it's technically named?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be good.
So that leaves you with 2 actions. You wanted to do a shield?
Yeah, we're gonna do a shield and we're gonna do a great big smack with the battle loot.
Fair enough.
Smack that mushroom like a drum.
Okay, and then this would be. Can I click on the actual thing?
Nice.
Oh,
That will sadly be just shy. But with Bard Song,
With Bard Song, I was about to say.
you feel your own inspiration flowing through you. Though apparently we didn't enter the battle loot right because it does 0 damage. Apparently.
yeah. I'll edit that right now.
That is probably my fault. I apologize.
No worries.
What do I need to
But
roll? Because
Cool.
I could just do a
Just
separate
click
roll.
the attack again, Zoe, and it should
We'll just
be
use the
correct.
damage.
Like that?
Yeah.
oh, he's real
Great.
close. He is real close, but he's still standing. He's still standing. That brings us to Benji.
Okay. Should I go for the overkill or should I just throw a whole bunch of cards at his face? That's the
Cards of the
question.
face.
Do what you want.
Cards of the face. Okay. So let's
Looks
change things up a bit. I'm going to go a bit off brand. Instead, I'm going to cast a cantrip known as Gouging Claws, which is basically turn my hands into like more threatening, animalistic hands. Roll like a basic melee weapon. You know what? No, my strength sucks. That's a dumb idea. Why would I do that? I'm with this guy.
That's a new cantrip from the Secrets of Magic.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh, also, awesome nerd. Thank you for the follow. I apologize for not seeing that.
Will's going a little robot on us.
Yeah. We bought the fancy Wi-Fi at the hotel, but it may not be that fancy.
Hotel Wi-Fi is known for not being reliable. I'm gonna use a step action just in case so I don't provoke an attack of opportunity. With my one action with step, and with my next action, I'm gonna roll to hit with my this will be with a +1 to hit and damage from the song.
Yep.
Cards. That
Even
is
with the
a-
Bard Song, I'm afraid you go through one of the hits, one of the holes that you punched in with your magic missile, the card just flies through. Like,
yeah.
that would have worked a minute ago.
Yeah.
Aw.
My aim is too consistent.
I'm too darn good. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time with my last action. So be with a -4.
Though, just from the angle your throat, like you're shooting at him, it
Yeah.
goes through, a bit of wind catches it. The card kind of loses its deadly velocity, and it flutters through the air and then just lands on Gama's head and sticks to him.
Oh,
Heroes.
Later, you can play one of those games that, what's the card on my head?
I look at him and I go, "Is that your card? I'm sorry."
Ghetto. I guess that was your turn, Benji, or did you have...
I have one more. Oh, I see how this works. I click number 2 to do my second range strike. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Here goes absolutely nothing. That was
Here
absolutely
goes absolutely nothing.
I'm gonna use a hero point. The last one no, there might be more stuff at this episode.
Yep.
I'm just gonna miss on purpose. There we go.
All right. That brings us back to our dear old froggy boy, our man from the pond. Well,
So Gama's going to step over
Kiddo.
and get that sweet, sweet flanking.
Flat foot that.
oh, okay.
And am I still a robot? I hope I'm not.
No.
No, we can hear
You're
you.
good. You're good.
Great. Then here comes attack number 1, a belly bump.
Hey.
19.
All right, now this is the Sonic, so literally he's like doing the frog thing where it's like,
Yeah.
All right, so with this kind of reverberating, just loud frog sound, you seem to hit him with it, and the consistency of his body seems to crack and crumble, and he starts to like fall apart like a dry mushroom that's been like crunched up too much. He just kind of look around at all of you as he falls down, and he just kind of like lets out this weird chuckle, and he's like, "You cannot kill me in a way that matters." And then he crumbles.
Ew.
As he crumbles, I just kind of like high five Gama.
I wouldn't do that necessarily quite yet, because as he crumbles, despite the fact that his normal purple pox emit ability is only once per day outside of his punches, when you blow him up, he gets to do it again. So everyone within 10 feet has to give me another fortitude save if you haven't already
Succumbed.
So glad I didn't spend that other hero point. So glad I did not spend that other hero point. Oh boy.
So glad I moved 30
Actually,
feet
Benji-
away.
Yeah.
Gama
Oh.
first. How'd Gama do?
Wait, what you're saying, Matt?
You may not need to, considering you're already affected.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
redact that hero point that I just spent?
Redacted.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
need. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you do
Oh.
not need to attempt further saves against it.
Quick question about hero points. Do they stack if you don't use them that day, or
Nope, they do not roll over to the next session,
Okay.
unfortunately.
okay.
Give me a quick second. I'm just reading this.
But you just get like one a day.
You
Yeah, you
get
get
one
one
at the start of
start.
every game, and you can earn up to a maximum of 3 per game.
Okay.
I think
Although
that's right.
if chat gives you hero points,
Chat gives you hero points even if you
chat
have
gives you
3.
hero points. We go over the limit of 3 per game.
Gotcha.
On a
This
side
chat is
note,
wonderful.
21 and 27, as my 2 characters with max constitution scores.
Well, actually, hold on a sec. Well, this is an important point, because while the entry specifically for purple pox in the book doesn't have like degrees thing, or even say that once you pass it once you're immune, but the basic rules for afflictions do say on a successful saving throw you are unaffected by that exposure to the affliction. You do not need to attempt further saving throws against unless you're exposed to the affliction again. Yeah, never mind.
Oh!
No, but you're being exposed again.
Yeah.
So you do have to test again. But it is not that difficult. So Benji with the reroll, but yeah, you don't need to use reroll because you already afflicted. Will, you're fine.
Gama's
Iruma,
fine.
yeah, both of you guys are fine, and that's everyone who's not affected already within 10. So,
Yep.
But you guys are the ones with the best fort saves. So, excuse me, that's not unexpected.
High
So,
five,
yeah.
Gama.
Umbo unfortunately has passed, and we fall out of initiative order.
Oh, we're not out of the woods yet because we don't know what purple pox does.
So we're going to burn this tree down, right?
I don't think that's necessary, especially because there's a forest of trees around it and animals and.
Plus, you still need to go get
live in
them
it.
the mushrooms.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I
select
mean, there's like
mushrooms.
15, 20 feet of space between this and the brush. We could burn this one tree safely.
I think maybe that's not necessary.
Well, I think we need the mushrooms, and other people might need the mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't think the purple pox is coming from the tree. I think it's coming from Umbo,
Yeah,
and
he does-
Umbo is dead.
He does not look anything like the tree. He seems like he's from somewhere else. Like, it's not like his coloring matches the tree or anything.
I would like to take. He's still there. His body crumbled.
Yeah.
I'd like to take like a little bottle and like bottle up some of his dust.
Sure.
So I guess you could say Umbo doesn't even go here.
Go here. Can I maybe do like a discern secrets to figure out what purple pox, how these poor people who have just inhaled mushroom bits might be affected?
Because this is a disease, you could do a discern secrets, but it will also take a medicine check.
Do I only have a +1 in medicine checks? Yes, but I can make it a +2.
Art songs.
Oh, does Bart
Guidance.
this? Guidance. Let's make it a +3. All right.
Wink.
What does the 12 get me?
You know it's a disease.
That is a disease. You all are diseased. Technically,
Thanks,
that's more than
Avi.
Avi knew before, so I'll take it.
Oh, jeez. Well, let's see. Does Igor know anything about diseases?
So as you guys are kind of sitting here figuring this out, about a minute has passed. So I need Benji and Ophelia. You both take.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Yeah.
1 damage.
And
But-
someone.
You're also now stupefied 1 for a full 24 hours.
Oh, that sucks.
And
Oh,
you need to
that's
give me
bad.
another fortitude save because you might go to stage 2 now.
Stage.
Yeah, this might be bad.
Yeah, y'all, I have 3 HP and I have a -1 to all my casting. This is gonna get rough.
Oh, this is bad.
So bad.
We don't have a
Especially
divine caster.
All right, so 18 save.
I'm gonna reroll that.
That actually saves. So now, as I understand afflictions,
I'm gonna reroll that.
Yeah, whenever
No,
people
actually-
need hero points.
now, as I'm reading this right, on a success, you reduce the stage by 1. And because you're only at stage 1, that implies to me that you now shrug off the disease.
Yes.
So, Benji, you are cured.
Your pug nose helped you.
Yes. Unfortunately, Ophelia,
Is rerolling.
okay. You have another hero point? Oh, from the music.
Because I got one from chat. Oh my god!
Oh, roll 20. Do
You
it
now
as
double fail.
yours.
No.
Should I use my last one?
Well,
We
it's a luck
can't
effect,
roll
so they don't
second
stack. So you have to take the failure on this one.
Oof. All right.
But doesn't seem moving on to the next stage doesn't seem to have any immediate effects.
I think we need to go back to the school and maybe see if there's a school nurse, maybe?
Yeah, Gama, run upstairs and grab a mushroom for us quickly.
Upstairs.
Yeah, you can send Gamma up. Give me another athletics check.
Sure. What's Gama's medicine? No, Gama's not as good. Gama's just as bad as I am at it.
Oh, Ophelia.
Okay.
Feel good.
So Gamma gets up there. He manages to kind of wriggle some of these nice big mushrooms loose. Just making sure there's no actual roll or anything for this. But he does seem to pause, and then he turns and looks down at you, Will, and starts making a excited rubber.
Yeah, just you can speak common, Gama. I don't know why you're riveting.
Oh yeah, there's some stuff up here.
Grab it.
All right, so he kind of like in his arms now, and he tries to kind of slowly walk backwards down the tree, down ladder, just with his back arms, and he seems to have found some treasure, along with what appears to be also some picked clean bones.
What did I say? Mushrooms and bones.
Great, we got bones.
Heck yeah.
No, these look old and cracked and look not in any way capable. It looks like they possibly have been cracked for the marrow.
Clean.
Which we need for
No,
the
they're
oil
cl-
for the bones.
They're wiped clean because all the meat has been removed and dissolved off of them, and then they were cracked open and the marrow was sucked from them.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're making bone oil out of them, so.
But you do find the following items, and whoever decides to be the carrier for the party can list this down.
I'm McKenna.
I
am this tall.
Joke.
That's a fair point.
He's got jokes.
We put too much on her. We'll have to actually start looking up the encumbrance rules.
Oh no, Gama will carry it. I did not bring the notepad with me to this room.
Oh, so someone just needs to write it down.
Actually, did I bring the notepad? I might have been smart. Oh my god, I was smart. Never mind, I'm good.
Plus, I can do it after the session.
What's it like to be smart?
I don't know.
Can't relate.
So you find a holly bush feather token, a wolf fang, and a hand of the mage.
Are those
Okay.
all
Which
trinkets?
for a second you're like, oh god, is this an actual hand? I'm like, oh no, okay, it's just a token.
Oh, that would have been eaten too.
Huh.
All
Okay,
right.
so it is a poly.
And yeah, a holly bush feather token,
Holly bush, thank you.
a wolf fang, and a hand of the mage. And from everything Ankaruk told you guys, and looking at these nice big mushrooms you managed to get, you don't actually even need to do a check, but it's squeezing them out for the oils will probably take an hour because you have to be very careful and you really want to be thorough.
We don't have that kind of time.
Not right here.
Let's head back.
Yeah, let's start heading back now.
All right. Oh, just by the way, Ophelia, did you make sure to mark down that you are stupefied 1?
Yes. I don't know how to do that on there.
If you look on your sheet, there is a tab underneath your hit points that says conditions. If you hit the little plus icon, there is a list of all sorts of conditions, and if you just click on it, it applies all of the debuffs or buffs to your character sheet. It is quite possibly the most convenient thing Roll20 has ever added, and I'm just enamored with it.
Love it.
As a funny aside, you guys got in a way rather lucky because you brought him down to low hit points, but it was still above 10, so he didn't flee. If he was reduced to 10 hit points or lower and still had a chance to act, he would have run away.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Little look behind the curtain.
Yeah. By the way, if we're stopping off at the what's it called? The medic, not the nurse, the
Actually, you haven't been introduced to any healers or nurses yet.
Well, I hope we meet the healer because I have 3 HP.
Baby boy.
Well, maybe we can talk to Miriama or Essie or Cheezer is maybe probably not gonna know. But somebody will know if there's like a school nurse or something. They've got to have someone.
And very pointedly, you do not have time to take an 8-hour rest.
No, we do not.
Oh.
We gotta.
But yeah, you guys also think it'll take you about an hour to get back to the city.
Yep. Hey, guys. I know that we're a little bit beat up, but are there any spots on the way back to the city we can hit to grab the next oil ingredients?
I will go back to the bit I was mentioning earlier. I'll just read it from the book here. Ankarut, when giving you the briefing on the caterpillar oil, did say that there is the caterpillars live in the jungle, but you don't need to go out as far as you already did. to find them as you did for the scarlet cat mushrooms. On the other hand, though, the caterpillars are not nearly as easy to find because, for one thing, they are creatures, they move around, and they are small. So she was able to give you an approximate area, but you were going to have to search the area for the caterpillars.
All right. Well, let's maybe try to grab the caterpillars on our way back into town.
All right.
Probably do that. The bones, though, I feel like we need to get different bones. I feel like the dry bones aren't working. We need ones with marrow in them.
If you guys want, I can also now give you quickly the briefing for the bones.
Yes.
Specifically, and the reason I was bringing this up is that Ankarut told you that you need lucky bones. But admittedly, she also can't really describe for you which bones are lucky and which aren't. You may have to figure out the way to do that. Also, to even find bones, you need to find bones, and they're not, just necessarily lying around.
Would we need to go to a knoll to find what that might be?
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
Technically,
notably,
is a knoll.
yeah, and she can't tell you which ones are lucky.
Well, maybe we'll be able to buy some in a store in town.
Maybe. All right. Well, let's start heading back, and maybe we can find some caterpillars.
Yep.
But if things start looking rough, we should
All right.
maybe just head all the way back.
Yeah, you guys book it away, and then I'll hold off anything that comes at us.
Just as a countdown thing, like the 24 countdown, it took you guys an hour to get to the tree.
Yep.
And you can look for the caterpillars on the way back. And is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right. You guys stop at a cute little grove that's actually within sight now of the city. It's like almost on the banks of one of the nearby rivers. And you can see the city is now very much come to life. It's almost a little bit before midday now. So you guys have to spend about an hour looking for these caterpillars. And I'm going to need you guys to either give me a nature, survival, or a perception check. And I can't tell you which, but one of these is decently harder than the other.
Nature, survival, and perception.
Yeah. And
Okay.
also you were reminded that you probably don't want to touch the caterpillars with your bare skin. They're one of those feathery, fuzzy ones that have weird, like, fluff or dust in their hair. All right, so what did we get? We got
Ooh. 20 from
Ophelia. Dang, Ophelia, you got the harder of the checks. You needed a 20 perception. Everything else was 15.
Jeez.
Wow.
So you're just feeling very in touch with nature right now for some reason.
It's almost like it's like in me or something.
Dope.
Yeah. Like, I just kind of want to sit down in the shade right now.
I didn't get it until they kind of laughed. God dang it.
So
good.
yeah, you are brushing aside some branches and then you freeze because just across this tree root, like 3 of these caterpillars just boop, boop, moving along.
What are the caterpillars we're looking for?
These are the ones.
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Yeah.
These ones are fuzzy.
They are very fuzzy.
Oh,
They're like super fuzzy.
how?
Let me
That might
see
be what we need.
something. I need to see if an item.
Ankarut also specifically mentioned that, and this is a bit of a personal thing for her, try and maybe get the oil before you come back. She really doesn't, she won't be able to watch you guys squish these things. She has some in a nice little tank in her room that she keeps
good.
as pets.
Aw.
So she doesn't want to watch this.
Well, I have a sickle. Maybe I can use the flat of the blade to do it.
Igora?
We have this hand of the mage that can cast mage hand. So we can use that to pop them into something, and then let's see. Do I have a mortar and pestle with the scare?
I do have cooking supplies.
Oh, there we go. So we can.
In a bowl.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
I mean,
can
I
pop
can
it
do
into the cooking.
Now, funny thing, the text here says, if you invent a complicated method to capture the caterpillars, it takes a sleight of hand or thievery check. But mage hand is really not that complicated. and it's pretty safe in a way. So I'm not even going to make you guys check.
Yeah.
Which is good because you can become sickened from the pain and unable to reduce your sickened condition if you accidentally touch the caterpillars.
Oh my gosh, I want to touch one so bad right now.
So yeah, and this is actually possibly one of the easier ones. Squishing the caterpillars only takes like a couple of minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, with the combination of the mage hand, your cooking supplies, you get your caterpillar oil much easier than the last stuff.
All right.
So let's laugh.
What is Ophelia doing?
All we need is
Ophelia, for the moment, after her initial like coughing up more spores, she seems all right.
Okay.
Yes. Well, my notes say that we need bones for the bone oil. It's already got
Bones for the bone oil.
Cap.
Oh,
Yeah.
the bone god.
That's why I play it. And then oil for the oil god. So we need bones for the bone oil. Hedonism bot. So yeah,
I love
so
hedonism bot.
I love hedonism bot. Oh my god.
Like tipping my bottom into a pool of the silkiest oils and creams.
Again and again.
That came to you far too quickly, Matthew.
Zombie, rub the chocolate on my belly. Yes, how
I'm a little
decadent.
frog that likes bone oil and cream.
Question.
I apologize for nothing.
What are the things that we
Bone
got?
oil.
You put the things that we got in chat, right?
We'll took care of
Yeah,
it.
so I put them into the Zoom chat.
What is a holly
So
do in this game?
I was looking into that. It's a feather token, parentheses, holly bush.
Because I know
It
what a feather
prov-
token is.
I want to say it provides cover or concealment, probably concealment, and it creates like 2d4 red berries that are poisonous. So it's not
Holly,
something with the holly mistletoe. So I don't know if it'll be helpful in this case.
These berries are infused with beneficial magic. You can pick and eat a berry as an interact action to recover 1 hit point.
Oh.
Once plucked from the
berry.
bush, the berry becomes non-magical after a few seconds, so it doesn't heal you if you don't eat it within the span of interact action.
Interesting. So
Good berry.
If
yeah,
activated on spell, the
berry.
plant continues to grow and thrive. If activated elsewhere, it withers and dies.
Oh, can we plant this outside of our room?
Ah.
No, we kind of like want to heal Benji sooner rather than later.
I appreciate that.
A leaf lands on his head. He loses 1 more hit point.
Stop.
It was a big leaf.
Oh,
I'm dead.
Well, if this is a safe spot, I can just throw it. We can do that.
I mean,
Benji, your call.
well, okay, out of character, Benji's time. I'm thinking we have the mushroom oil, the caterpillar oil. We need the bone oil,
Bone oil.
and Ophelia longer dying from the disease that we know of.
She seems fine right now.
Because
Yeah,
like
I'm fine.
Oh, okay, she seems fine. Quick question.
Turning
Just-
a little red with white spots.
Yeah, I mean, there's like freckles on me.
I'm wondering though, like, okay, if activated in soil, plant continues to grow and thrive. I do kind of love the idea of this being like one of our like home base items. Do you guys feel it would be better as a home base item?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
We can keep, for the sake of time, we keep moving.
Yeah,
Yep.
You don't get the armory for a few weeks. No.
Yeah. Plus, if everyone has a medicine check and just doesn't botch it, maybe I'll be okay.
I'm not trained in medicine. I don't think any of us are.
I don't think any of us are trained in medicine. I'm going to look at Shy's character quickly, just out of grim
Yeah.
I
curiosity.
can't imagine it.
Well, if Benji does perm, I know what my next character is going to be. It's going to be a cleric with medicine checks.
Yeah, none of us are trained in medicine, chat.
We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. It's fine. It's fine. We got a holly bush. We got a holly bush.
Where's
We're
Garl and her
thriving. We're
salts?
thriving.
Oh, jeez. Fucked up.
All right. So bone oil.
Yes,
Mhm.
and you
Bones.
also technically haven't obtained the scarlet cap oil yet. You're carrying the
Okay,
source
we-
of it around,
We
but
have the source of it, and Shizuru can do the nonsense.
it's true.
So let's find some lucky bones.
Well, how would you guys like to proceed? Where would you like to go?
Is
Is
there
there recall knowledge check I could make to see if maybe I might know what lucky bones are?
Oh, thanks.
I would say that's a society check, actually, because that's almost more of just a cultural thing, like what bones might be considered lucky.
Can I use discern secrets for that?
I mean, Discern Secrets is this campaign's library lore.
Could I roll to assist as I am trained in society?
I mean, you could roll and she could assist her.
That's true.
Plus
True.
7 to
How's
society.
your? I have a +4.
I'm good at society.
I mean, you
Okay.
can all just roll individually.
Guide you.
Yay! I have a +6 in society. 25 on the roll. I know what bones are. I'm a bonologist.
That's a bonologist.
The dog knows
dog
his
knows
bones.
bones.
Good boy, bonologist.
I mean, I've chewed on some things in my life. Let me just check here. You do know that actually most bones could be sort of considered lucky. It's just a matter of them actually being not considered unlucky. Like, for instance, a murder victim's bones would be unlucky.
I bring up the previous comment about a graveyard.
Bless
You
bones.
actually no. Benji tells you very specifically that grave robbed bones would be very unlucky.
Oh,
So
They might make you unlucky.
So we would need to run into bones on pure happenstance for a creature that died in some area of wealth.
This
success.
you do also know that Ntambu has like a lot of things going on it. They're magical, and people in the city, just by being in proximity of the Magaambya, might know of bones that would consider lucky. You're not exactly sure where, but you could go and maybe do a
gather information.
Gather information. Yeah, I was trying to
Okay.
lead you there. Thank you.
In that case, God, I don't want to split the party. Never mind.
I don't think it's necessary.
I
Then
think we can just
Iguro
go into
will
the
just-
You guys
Sorry.
haven't even reached your half time mark, so you're doing pretty
Yeah.
well.
yeah. So, if you guys are okay with it, Iguro and Dama can gather some information on Lucky Bones.
You guys want to head back into town and ask about Lucky Bones?
Yeah, let's do it.
And
Alright. So for a gather information check, I'm going to need anyone who wants to give me a diplomacy check.
There we go.
Oh, I am so happy, Benji, you rolled a 20, because that means you got a critical success, and so you get to hear an interesting story from that's going all around town today. So, on a critical success, you hear about a cow's carcass just outside the city. According to rumor, a farmer brought the cow to market along the crowded road. When the cow stood stock still, uttered the words, "A market in the city? Death would be better," and died on the spot.
What?
Apparently, no one bothered to take care of the unusual cow's remains just yet, so it is still there.
I think we need to go find that talking
Yep.
cow remains.
I want to know more about this talking cow. I want to know why he was talking.
to the secret cow level.
Wonder if it tastes good.
You better hope not. The secret cow level would massacre you guys.
This level? Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's 100 cows with halberds.
Holy
Just be fair, a level 0 to level 1 town's guard with a halberd would probably kill us in about 2 shots.
Yes.
Well, all of you.
I mean, well, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
Benji, the leaf will hurt you, so.
Well, it's not my fault. These leaves are heavy. These leaves have been taking their iron pills because they
So,
are
Dense.
Because you guys rolled the nat 20, people are more than happy to direct you to this carcass, and you do find it, and the cow is very dead. It seems rather ordinary, but other than the fact that despite it sitting there, hasn't seemed to attract any flies or anything. It's just
Interesting.
perfectly preserved dead cow body.
You know, as it occurs to me, that mushroom we fought was not a fungi.
The moment has passed, William.
Villain
Yes.
point. Villain.
Also, I think
Moment is
someone already made
yeah,
that
somebody
joke
already
a
made that
while
joke
ago.
in chat.
Yeah, Will. Read the shroom, okay? Read the
I
shroom.
can't read the shroom. I can't read
That
the
I
shroom.
like.
I'm using a remote desktop.
Oh.
That's good.
Okay, all right. We're getting some bones. We got this perfectly preserved cow, and I don't think we
You see
can bring the
that?
whole thing back.
That right there was pretty organic. How that happened.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can we mage hand the bones off of this cow?
Yeah, you guys. In fact, because you guys, it is so fresh and it is so lucky, they actually give you a +2 certain sense bonus to prepare the bone oil.
Okay, and what does that check?
So once you return, you were instructed essentially to give the bones over to Anchor Root. And with their assistance, you can make a crafting or nature check to make the oil.
+7 to crafting. Can I do it?
Guide ya.
So I have the guidance, the +2, and Anchor Root?
Though it also should be remembered, as mentioned, if you guys are feeling a little shaky about your nature or crafting skills, you can, give Shizuri a little kick in the pants to get him out of bed.
If I have a +4 on top of my +7, I think I should be okay.
Completely up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Do it, girl.
Okay, all right. So that's
All
an
right.
18 +4.
Yeah, all you need was the 17.
Beautiful.
So yeah,
Above and
you was
beyond.
struck though, and plus also, if you had failed, you retain the ingredients, so you could have tried again.
Oh, that's
Critical
nice.
fail, you ruin the ingredients.
Oh.
Hero point, obviously.
So, the final
you.
part of this, Mariama is summoned by Anchorroot sending her chicken familiar off, and brings along a familiar string of bells. Now, Mariama explains that sort of the purpose of this is to create improved gremlin bells.
Oh.
Because you see, and she starts telling you guys, you see, what we've heard about apparently is that gremlins don't like bells.
They don't. It's true. They really don't. We tried it, and that was good. I mean, it was bad for them, but it was good for us.
She kind of looks at you guys for a minute and then seems very excited and kind of extracts from you guys a promise to hear about this adventure later. She seems very interested.
I can tell you about it. I won't tell you about it now because we have the.
She starts almost to pull out a notebook by habit. Just like, oh, later.
Give we ritual first.
So, what you may not know is that when they are actually just normal cold iron bells, they actually only work because the gremlins think they do. They don't actually have any magical effect on them, but this is apparently such a deeply ingrained cultural thing with them that they just can't help themselves. But we're a little worried that's, not a airtight defense. So what we want to do is we want to infuse these bells with additional magic properties. And then also we can just set them up and people don't need to be there ringing them. So we are going to try and do a ritual to enhance these bells and then put them around that storage thing to discourage the gremlins where you guys found them in that tunnel, discourage them from even coming back. So basically, the ritual is called Fey Abiescence. It is a rare abjuration ritual. Now, as the rituals work, Will might need to help me with this a little bit, but we have the primary check is going to require a nature check, and you have to be trained. Secondary checks can be crafting, intimidation, occultism, or performance. And they sketch out in the storage area an enclosed area up to 60 feet by 60 feet and up to 20 feet high. So they make this kind of zone around where the hole in the ground was. That does seem to have been sealed up a little bit by teachers like you guys were hoping.
Is Anchorroot going to be the primary caster?
No, you guys are, because this is your task. She just helped you.
Do any of us have a good nature check?
Nature, no, but I have a good performance check. I suspect Zoe's character has a better performance check than me.
Yes, the secondary casters can use the same skill. It's just we'll need a primary. Who
I
is
have
anyone
a-
other? Oh, go ahead.
I have a pretty good occultism.
Okay, so that'll be good for secondary. Is anyone else trained in nature other than me?
My magic's in
am.
Arcana.
I'm
got
trained
it.
in it. It's +4.
So your
It's
nature is
+2.
one higher than me, Avi.
Mm.
What's your
My nature's-
performance, Benji?
+4.
Oh, okay. Mine's normally 7, but I'm purple poxed.
Yeah.
So it's a 6.
Avi,
So better.
can you be the primary caster?
It needs to be nature.
Yes.
Gotcha.
There's only the one
All
option for
right.
primary.
All right, then that is what I will do.
Okay. And then I'll be a secondary with Benji and Ophelia.
All right.
All right.
Well, you guys ready to do this ritual then?
Yeah.
Just do
Yep.
Mariama seems like she wants to participate very badly, but she's like, "It's your assignment. Your assignment." She just keeps repeating that to herself under her breath in the corner of the room. So yeah, give me that primary nature check.
Well, remember the secondary casters will give the boost to the primary.
Okay.
So we should do
All right, secondary first.
Are we
Yeah.
boosting? What?
Was
We're rolling
that-
for nature? Oh, we're doing perform.
I was to help her out, but holy crap, I'm gonna spend a hero point to do better because I need to do better. That's bad.
So all 3 of us are rolling to help right now.
Yes, but we can roll the secondary ones that Matt talked about.
Yeah, I'm afraid that performance is not quite good enough, and neither is that one.
Oh.
Even with a 1 +1.
Even with a +1.
Smelly.
Well, I did see someone in the chat gave me another hero point.
Yeah.
You can't re-roll or re-roll.
That's absolutely fair. Okay, well, there we go.
Wait. Oh, should I reroll mine?
Okay, we got Igoro and Gamma. So, Ophelia, do you have a hero point?
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Nature
All right,
name.
Ophelia, that is a success. That's one success so far.
Okay, I will do Igoro's next then. Intimidation was one that we could use, Matt.
Yep. Oh, just barely. That's a secondary success.
Okay, and then Gamma's going to go for a performance.
Do Eidolons get to do those sort of things?
They
Oh,
can be a secondary caster. He has skills, but he will not help.
but he will not.
No.
All right,
Nope.
so I have an
So
additional
we-
+2 to this then?
That means we have a equal number of successes and failures at this point.
Yes. +2.
Yep, +2.
I'm gonna use a hero point. Okay.
Now this is this
19
was this was
total?
our primary.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, this is our primary.
19.
All right. And it was do the successes give just +1 per success?
Yep, +1 per success. And what's the casting time on the ritual, Matt?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, so we could not guidance it.
No.
So I'm afraid that doesn't quite do it.
Nope.
Of course not. We need a 20, right?
Yeah, but 21 actually.
Oh, fuck us.
Yeah. Mariama notes that the ritual still has potential uses. She's studying this very interesting, though she also kind of looks a little bit at you, Avi, and says that it may also have unintended consequences because the ritual, when taken to this extent with putting the stuff on the bells, doesn't specifically target gremlins. It could potentially
Oh.
affect any fae.
Oh.
So even
Well,
benevolent
that's-
ones. So
That's me.
That pisses me off. Erg.
you guys have done really well so far.
Can we try it again?
I'm afraid not.
No, we can't.
And if we were doing XP, you'd actually get a good chunk of XP just for attempting the ritual. So
Yeah, but we
so
don't
yeah.
probably get good rewards now.
but you managed to accomplish all your tasks under the time limit. None of you died.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would consider this a success.
So Matt, tell us what loot we're missing out on.
Don't be.
No, none actually. You guys found the loot. The only loot you're getting from
Yeah.
this was what you took from Umbo or whatever the heck
What
his
about
name
my
was.
We
loot?
had it coming.
You're probably fine.
The other
Um,
kind of loot.
So
with the U.
Also, it is mentioned that Mariam mentions that tomorrow you're going to have an assignment from the Emerald Bows.
Oh.
Ooh.
And you're going to be meeting next morning with a couple of your dorm mates you haven't met with yet, Ignacy and Strands of Glowing Dawn Tizewe. If you hear any scuttling noises around inside the dorm, might be her kids. Leave them alone.
Oh.
Right. She has
They're supposed to stay in the room, but you know how kids are.
That's right. She's the one who's tired from being a full-time mother and student, right?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
That's why her kids live with her on the dorm.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah. We love to. What's rough?
Can we get these
Yeah,
hooked up pretty badly?
medical.
Yeah.
we're probably gonna have to deal with
assistance.
this for the rest of this day. We're not gonna get to the Emerald Bows today. But yeah, what would you guys like to do? For Ophelia seems okay.
Well, she did still take some pretty heavy hits, and so did Benji. So if we could find maybe some kind of... There has to be a medical professional here on campus. It seems highly irresponsible to run in a school full of dangerous magic and not have some kind of someone on campus to maybe fix
Do you
arcane
guys
fuck-ups.
do you guys want to look specifically for like a sign that says infirmary or medical thing, or do you just want to ask around?
I was just gonna ask Miriama.
Okay, you
Same.
can ask Miriama. That won't even require a diplomacy check because she likes you guys. She doesn't necessarily like how specific are you being? You know, saying, "Oh God, he's almost dead," or just like
I just said
anyone,
what I just said.
like just someone who knows medical stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, well, if you're looking for care, both physical and actually mental, she's taken some courses on this apparently. Kiara's known to help.
A fate worse than
Your
death.
favorite.
No, I actually was gonna talk to her later today anyway, so I guess I can go and ask if she maybe knows anything about. Yeah, I'll go find Kiara. Do you know where maybe she is? If she's in her, she's probably not at the dorms this time of day, but probably can't pull her out of her class. Do you know where she is?
Miriam kind of stops and looks up at the position of the sun. I think it's just before lunch, so I think she's probably doing stretches out on one of the lawns.
Okay, all right. Okay. Thank you for the help. And Avi goes puttering back to her room to go fetch the teacup that Kiara gave her last night. And sets off to find her and talk to her.
All right, so yeah, without too much trouble, because it's it's the middle of the day, it's bright out, and you're looking for one of the open fields. You do see Kiara with a small group of people actually, and it seems like she's doing like the yoga class that she mentioned once before. Most of the people seem to be just sort of self-directing in terms of the class actually, but Kiara is doing a thing where she's like kind of lying on her stomach, but her legs are curled up and she is almost like in a wheel shape. Like she's almost completely curved her legs behind her and is doing some amazing stretching. She seems very flexible.
Avi just kind of shifts her weight from one foot to the other, like unsure, like she doesn't want to interrupt, but this is important, so she just kind of sits there and like.
After a couple minutes, the class does seem to sort of come to an end, and people disperse. Kiara seems to talk quietly with a couple people, places a hand on a few of their faces, and they walk away looking very happy. And she does turn, and she doesn't look at all surprised to see you. She walks over. She's seemingly sweating a little bit. She looks quite shiny at this point. Her hair is a little, like she almost came out of the shower.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Avi clocks the weird hand on the face thing and just kind of probably carrying the teacup in both hands. Putters up to Kiara and says, I wanted to return your teacup. And also I had a question, maybe a favor. I was told that you were really good at medicine stuff. And we had a couple of friends who got really beat up by a mushroom. And, nobody seemed to know if there was a school nurse or not. So they told me to go to you.
Oh, I'm so happy you thought of me, and it's very nice of you to return the teacup, though admittedly I'll admit, trying to entice you to drop by my room.
Honestly, that was the plan, but this is maybe a bit of a pressing matter.
Well, I'll do what I can. I have taken a few classes in both mundane and magical medicine. I like to know how people work.
Oh, the way you say that is so strange.
I
Kiara.
mean, it's the Magaambya. We've
Ah,
had people that have grown their heads to be 10 times their normal size.
okay, now wait. One, how? Two, why?
We don't actually know.
Why
They didn't
not?
mean to.
Oh, okay. So it was like an accident. Okay, gotcha. Anyway, they're back this way if you want to go take a look.
All right. Um, to make a long story short, Kiara is going to what is it? Just give a nice medicine check with assurance to Benji. Nice 18 hit points back to you, Benji.
You
That's
gotta love assurance.
more HP than I have normally.
You guys are interacting with a higher level character.
Ah.
Though she does take a moment and just kind of sits down and really just kind of looks Ophelia in the face and very gently, actually, in kind of a very doctorly way, kind of like tilts her head a little bit, looks like near your eyes and everything. She's like, yeah, I think, unfortunately, my dear, I believe you have a bit of a fungal infestation.
Ew.
And she like you guys have gone back to the dorm for this and you're just sitting kind of in the common area. She asks you to wait a moment. She goes back to her room and comes out with kind of a textbook. And she starts rifling through it and she asks you guys for a description of the creature that delivered these spores.
Well, he was a big mushroom man.
Kind of rifles through. Were the spores or any part of the experience, for lack of a better question, purple?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, don't be alarmed, but it's a good thing you came to me now, because after about a day, you might have felt a compulsion to go find more mushroom people and just sort of lie down and become food for them.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're just gonna, you just stay right there. I'm gonna go get some potions and some oils. We'll flush that right out of your system.
okay.
Sorry, Ophelia.
It's okay.
How much do we owe you, Kiara?
Oh, gold is not terribly of interest to me. I mean, we're all friends, right? Like, if you really feel the need to it, I wouldn't mind just a favor, perhaps.
Sure,
How much
anything you
gold do we
need.
owe you?
Do you want a magic trick? I could do a magic trick.
Oh, I've seen plenty of tricks. She does kind of just takes Ophelia's hand in hers and just kind of looks you very deeply in the eye. And her eyes are a wonderful, just kind of a weird gold color. It's very striking. And she just says, I'm sure I'll think of something that you can do for me in future. You're so talented, I think. I can tell.
Sweet. Anything you need, honestly. You're doing me a lot right now, helping me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
this is not I'm gonna go get my tools.
Oh, okay.
And she does she with assurance takes a little bit, but she like administers some oils, and they're not the most pleasant thing because they have to go right into your eyes and stuff because that's where some of the spores got in. But you do sort of just feel like something just kind of like shakes off of you, just like ugh, like a good cleanse. And she's like, now this should be sufficient, but before you settle in for the night, I recommend a very thorough and probably a hot shower, just to make sure there's no remnants left on any part of your skin.
Okay. Okay.
And she reaches into her little bag here, and she hands you what appears to be like an odd kind of green rectangular square, and she says, "This is a special medicinal soap I have. I think you'll like it. It's green tea scented.
Oh, wow.
I think you'll find it invigorating."
Thank you.
And she puts just a little hand on your shoulder, taps you, gathers up her stuff, turns to leave, gives Avi a little wink, and goes back to her room.
Well, I'm glad you're okay now, Ophelia.
And just because you guys didn't take it lightly and kept sorting things out, just to give you an idea, stage 2, 4d6 poison damage, stupefied 3, and the creature is compelled to seek out the nearest mycoloid colony. This compulsion is mental emotion effect. 1 day lasts. So yeah, yet next day you've been like, I must go. I
You're
must
like,
go.
what?
Yeah,
Where?
That's horrifying.
Assuming
Yes.
you survived the 24 poison damage, my God.
46, not 24.
True, but like
It
between
could
4
be.
and 24, yeah.
Yeah.
An
Ugh.
average of 12.
Purple pox is deadly.
Knocked my shit right
Yes.
down.
Mm.
It doesn't actually specify in the book that there's anyone at this school who can cure you, but the likelihood of the most famous magical school in the
Someone
world,
knows
someone would be able to.
I am baffled that they
professor
do
or
not have
something.
any kind of medical attendance on hand at this campus.
Yeah.
I've seen
That's
any yet.
bizarre to
but-
me.
Especially
is-
with high-level druids that live
Yes.
here. How would they not know how to counteract the local umbos?
Yeah.
Yeah, umbos.
That's okay.
To be fair,
Kiara's on
Umbo is his name, not a species.
Just burn down the forest.
We don't
I
know
don't-
that.
I don't know the name of his species. I'm just trying to pay respects to this mushroom man who apparently can never die.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's also kind of not helpful that all of your fellow students, like the ones that you'd think you'd be able to get immediate help from, none of them actually have classes,
Huh.
which is weird.
Interesting.
I mean, they all have
Also-
skills and stuff, but
This is wildly off topic, but if you see me keep looking off camera, it's because I keep hearing tapping noises behind me and getting very freaked out and very scared that there is like something in the room with me.
It's Kiara.
It's not. It's rain.
It's Kiara.
It's Kiara.
It's rain, and my
It's Kiara.
California drought-ridden ass just keeps being like, "What is this strange sound?" So if you
It's
keep seeing me
Kiara.
look off camera, that's why.
Kiara.
It's Kiara tapping on my windows.
he's just standing in the rain,
Yeah.
looking. Can I
Like that-
come in?
With that
Wet
boombox high above her
t-shirt
head.
contest.
She's playing WAP on the boombox outside your apartment right now or hotel room.
If we're doing like a long rest before the next day is up, I don't know if there's more to do with today. But I have
We're gonna wait till the next day. If you guys want, you could seek out and get just an idea of what your next task is going to be, so you can mentally prepare.
Yes, I would
Sure.
like to do
And
that. And then I have an
arcanely
errand to do as well.
Yeah, because this is a very different task in a way.
yeah.
Let me just get to here.
Sometime before going to bed, I do want to go to the the dining hall, and I want to find like some nice fruit pastries. I will grossly touch some bugs and put some bugs in one of the fruit pastries, but I want to put them at Avi's door and Benji's door, because I remember the pastries before. I was like, oh, that must have been Avi. So so I got them for them.
Oh, that's right. Someone put pastries by your door.
Yeah.
I think that was Igra? Who did that originally?
It was Igora, but I don't know that.
Oh!
Not mixing character knowledge with player knowledge.
That's fair. That's
And
fair.
also, like, we kind of skimmed over it because last week was a little bit of a weird session, but Igor also left like bunches of fruit on your doors today
Oh, that's so
as like a
Yeah, so I
breakfast.
just it's
like a
fruit. I think it's
breakfast.
definitely Avi Avi.
Yeah.
because it's fruit. Oh no!
So just we actually haven't met Ignacy yet, or Strands of Glowing Dawn to Zenue, but you guys just ask around the dorm, and someone's able to answer your question.
Sure.
That the Emerald Bows are, in fact, almost the most service-minded of the branches. Their field of study is the world as it is. They study the community, the peoples, and the events of the present day. They're very, very much in the now, in the world, out in the world. And basically, you are going to help them deliver some mail.
Oh,
Can I throw the letters like throwing cards and just like
yes.
paperboy it right in their mailbox?
And very specifically, you guys do see them moving these into a position where they'll be accessible to you tomorrow. Some very large birds. Which, if someone wants to give me a nature check.
I'm fucking on it. Yeah.
McKenna's like, I fucking love this.
A 6. What is a 6 tell? You know what? I got. Yeah, I know it's fine.
A bird, I get excited.
Ophelia,
no
you have
wisdom-based characters.
Oh boy. Ophelia, you actually have heard of these. They are large flightless birds, but they're big enough that you guys can ride them. Like even you, the most normal sized of the party.
It's a big dodo.
I was going to say, are these ostriches?
They might look something very similar, but I'm sure they have a Galarian flair to them.
I will name mine Wackus Bunkus.
Off your wackus bonkus.
They probably already have names because they are, creatures from the school. But you can certainly give it a nickname if you want. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it sounds like you guys are going to be riding these things out into the city and delivering actually quite a bit of mail, actually.
I would like to nickname them Big Dongus Birds.
Like there's a number of categories for the mail. One of them is unclear directions, 5 letters, descriptive address, 4 parcels, and a few other things. So,
well, I was suggested by chat and Squishy Werewolf, sorry, to have Benji sing the Blues Clues mail song. So I guess
we may have to wait for next week.
Next
I
week,
think that'll be next week.
You got a week to learn.
You gotta do your mail homework.
So you want to hear a funny story about that? Years ago, back in 2018, like late 2017, early mid 2018, when they were looking to like cast the new Steve for Blues Clues, I actually got to put my hat in the running for that audition process.
Nice.
To potentially be blue. I didn't get it by a mile.
It was a huge open call. Basically, everyone I knew was submitting for that.
Yeah, and I had like no shot in hell. Other friends of mine like actually got in the room. They just wanted to see my video, and I was like, okay.
What could have been?
I'd be the first swole Steve coming in with like a tiny little shirt. Is like, we just got a letter. And if I do this, it all rips. So we're just gonna keep it right here. What is it? Oh, it's a gym bill. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that on TV, kids.
But yeah, you guys actually do have a good chunk of the day left. So are there any little minor things around the school campus you want to get done?
There is one thing Igora is probably going to do nowadays, and this will probably become like a daily routine for Igora.
And you do get those pastries, by the way.
Have to do with okay, great. Does it have to do with the pond?
It does not have to do with the pond, but there's this lovely moat all the way around the town. All the way around the town.
You know what? I am going to move us back to the campus.
Yes. So there's a lovely moat around the campus, and there's this lovely path. So I think during that afternoon into the early evening, Igor is going to run a lap of the campus and then swim a lap of the campus.
Now, are you taking your time, or are you trying to make this, exercise?
No, it's exercise. Like he's
All right,
it's
well-
exercise. He's going.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh boy.
I mean, you're not under any pressure, so it's not gonna like you.
Oh.
Wow. All right, you find that
A
the
0.
the current is a little stronger than you think, and you immediately scramble back to shore, and a couple people give you a funny look.
Yeah.
You weren't prepared for this, probably as best you
Yeah.
could.
Froggy boy.
Do you have any hero points left? Because they're they're not
I
going to
think there's a
carry
floating
over.
one.
I'm good. I'm okay with the 0. This is meant to be improvement. This is meant to show improvement. If anyone has seen Moggy, this is like Aladdin when they first get to the mage school.
Okay.
You want to do a training arc? I like that for Igora.
I'm gonna need a montage.
Who is the
Plant
one that
that-
has? Oh yeah, plant the
Can
shrubbery.
we plant that holly feather? Maybe by the frog pond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here,
Good
guys.
idea. Yeah.
Let's look at plant it.
All
I wanna
right,
eat
well,
one.
sure, as long as you have at least one to plant. Give me a nature check just to do a little gardening. It's not gonna be a difficult check. Yeah, I mean it's literally just sticking it in the ground sufficiently deep that it's not going to dry out in the sun. So yeah, you guys have planted this this special berry next to the pond.
I write a little sign. Planted by students. Sorry, groundskeeper.
right.
Though you also do see a little bird with a long-looking beak just perched in a tree nearby, looking interestingly at what you guys have just buried.
Oh,
in the
we are
ground.
gonna have some beefy birds running around the Magaambya.
Oh man.
Just-
Out of curiosity, oh gosh, I can't remember her name. The one that has children.
It is Strands of Glowing Dawn Tizinwe.
Tizinwe. Wait, is it like? And this is a horrible thing. Do you have to say the whole thing, or is it just Tizinwe?
You'll have to ask her when you see her.
Sure. Since I have some time in character and I like to work on my magic acts as much as possible. I would like to perform card tricks for and hopefully distract them a little bit, and she can kind of like take an hour to just get away for a bit.
You can certainly go to her dorm room and make this offer.
Yeah, I'd knock on her door and I go,
Hi, my name is Benji. I'm new. I was wondering if I could do tricks. I am an amazing stage magician. I do lots of really great tricks. And maybe if you needed like an hour away from the little ones, I could entertain them with magic and the light and again, yeah, get scritches. What do you say?
1 second. I'm just going to check her profile.
He's in it for the scritches only.
For the scritches.
Oh,
In the
scritches.
positive feedback, I have to know if I'm doing magic good boy style. That's all. Is it good magic?
Honestly, positive feedback is a pretty solid motivator for a lot of people, especially performers.
You know.
I know.
After a moment, the door opens a crack, and young woman, her hair all done up with some lovely, with seemingly handmade but very lovely robes, kind of peeks out, and she kind of says something behind her, like "shh," right? And she's like, "Let me get this straight. Are you offering to babysit for a little bit?"
A magic act for 1 hour.
She kind of opens the door suddenly, grabs both your hands. That is very appreciated. I could use just 30 minutes just to try to memorize like a spell or something. And she just kind of yanks you into the room. And on the bed, there are like what appear to be decently sized like little spiders, but they have kind of like intelligent, looking eyes. They're not just, blank and glossy. And they kind of bouncing up and down.
Oh my god, cute.
I just put 2 and 2 together. She's an Anandi. Okay. Okay.
And she says, snacks are in that basket over there. Actually doesn't. Her 2 toddlers, Zasha and Zombie.
Zasha and Zombie.
Aw.
Yeah. And she's like, little ones, this is our new friend, Benji, I believe, yes.
Benji.
And he's offered to show you some traditional magic tricks, not like the stuff that Mummy does. This is more about cleverness and tricks. So Mummy's going to step out for a little bit. She's just going to get herself some food and do a little bit of studying. Both of you be good. He's going to show you some neat stuff. Thank you very much. And she is out the door. Close behind you.
Bye.
And the two little spiders look a little nervous. They kind of, lower themselves onto the bed, looking a little suspiciously at you.
Oh, just breaking character. I'm imagining Luke Spider with his big little eyeballs.
Look at the spider with little.
The one of them
Yeah.
seems to like twirl in the air, and suddenly there's a small like human child sitting on the bed next to the spider, and the other one kind of crawls up onto their shoulder.
Oh,
It's a little it's like a toddler, but she kind of tilts her head, looks at you like fluffy.
So I pull out. So I get my deck of cards. And I just start shuffling with like breakneck speed. Say,
My name is Benji the Basenji, and you may not know about my people, but my people love all people. We love them so much that we stole fire from the gods so that we could have food and warmth and lights. Now
Mommy says stealing is bad.
It is bad, but sometimes it's not stealing. It's taking what others need because they can't get it from those who have it. Like I have these 4 cards, and we're just going to start off simple. Pick a card, little guys.
And you hear the one that's still in spider form, like when we take snacks when we're hungry. Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, in fact, if you need snacks, because Basenji's a good boy, we get snacks for people, you let me know, and I'll make sure you get a snack. If mommy agrees, only if mommy agrees.
Do you want to do some card tricks?
sure.
Give me a performance check.
Oh,
The DC is not high because children are easy to impress.
Don't botch in front of the babies.
You got
Can't
this.
roll worse
there's
than
a
a zero.
There's a floating hero point. You got this.
True. Okay,
Oh
no,
my God!
no, I'm not.
Stage
I have
fright.
one. I have a hero point I've not been able to spend. I am spending it for the babies. For the babies.
For the babies.
For the babies.
For the babies. It's a 17.
And they are just entranced. Like the one in spider form has 8 eyes, but they cannot follow your movements, sir.
Oh.
And to be clear as well, these aren't really kind of unsettling, thin-limbed, daddy longlegs spiders. It's like almost like a chibi version of a tarantula. So they're fuzzy and they got cute eyes.
Yeah, Anandi are heckin' precious.
Episode title for the babies.
For the
babies.
But I think with that success,
Yes.
and as we
Good note to end on.
Yeah, that's a very good note for us to end on. So thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands AP. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel, like the League of Amazing Adventurers on Wednesday, the Calling Chronicle on Friday, and then you can join us next week as we complete the next and possibly last of our service tasks.
Let me just double check. You might be right.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's one more. There's the Unjatai.
All right. Well, we got a couple
Got
more
you.
service tasks to do, but that will have to wait till next week. So everyone, thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our other shows. Don't forget to check out the cast on Twitter, etc. On all the follows, you can go check at the beginning. Don't forget to check out the artwork video on McKenna Ray Art on TikTok, and we will see you all on the next one.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.